Yo, what's up guys, Goblin here, welcome to this new episode. In today's video, I'm gonna show you guys the top 3 best new meta decks. April balance changes just went live. And before hopping into the balance changes, I do wanna quickly apologize because I think you guys can tell just by listening to my voice, but my voice is still really bad. I still have a really sore throat, so I do wanna apologize for that. Hopefully it's not too annoying and hopefully you guys can still hear and understand me well. So I do wanna quickly show you guys the balance changes, not gonna go into every detail. Let's hop into the nerfs first. So Tornado got nerfed, Rage Spell got nerfed, Goblin Style got nerfed, Dagger Dashes got nerfed, and then Goblin Gang got nerfed. These are the buffs: Berserker, Suspicious Bush, Tesla Evolution, and then last but not least, the reworks. Lumberjack now, instead of being a 1 cycle evolution, is a 2 cycle evolution. Lumberjack's ghost damage did get buffed a little bit because of course now having 2 cycles it's a little bit less strong. And then last rework is actually gonna be the Goblin's first hit speed from 0.4 to 0.6 seconds, and then deploy time did get a little bit quicker. So very interesting changes. I feel like the biggest change for me, or the biggest change I kind of see, is definitely gonna be the Dagger Dashes. I feel like Dagger Dashes was one of those tower troops which was always getting a lot of value, especially against lockbait type of decks. So the first deck we're gonna be using in today's video is going to be this lockbait deck with the Suspicious Bush. And by the way, I'm so surprised that Prince did not get a nerf. I feel like Prince is super strong in the current meta, has been dominant in many different meta decks. Okay, we do have to be careful. Looks like we're facing some kind of bait deck potentially as well after seeing Cannon, and Dart Goblin could be something as well, but I'm assuming it might be, there you go, it might be Lockbait. So Lockbait, I feel like, as I said before, is definitely gonna be much stronger right now. I wonder if Goblin Gang is still gonna be good, or would it be worth it to use the cards? I guess we'll find out in today's video. I think Goblin Gang just has such a good synergy with Lockbait to the point where it's kind of a necessary card to have, but I guess we can also try it out with cards if we do notice that the nerf to the Goblin Gang is a little bit like too big. So let's go with the Dart Goblin here in the middle. Let's wait and see what the opponent is gonna do about the Suspicious Bush. Looks like he's actually gonna take the damage, so there's gonna be quite some damage taken. And let's in the meantime go with the Prince here to try and take care of his Goblin Stein and of his Dart Goblin. Okay, looking pretty good. He has arrows, by the way, so that's gonna be great for us to try and just keep under pressure, try and outcycle him as much as possible. Right as I say so, we already outcycled the arrows. Ice Spirit plus Goblin Barrel on the left side, getting a ton of damage. And in the meantime, we can set up for defense here with the Princess and with the Dart Goblin. By the way, do you guys have game sound? Or I think you guys did have game sound, right? I just didn't hear it myself. I guess it was really low. Hopefully for you guys everything is okay right now. So yeah, I don't know about the Suspicious Bush. I'm not sure if it's gonna be like an amazing card, but I feel like especially in Lockbait it has always been kind of underrated. It's one of those cards which, if they don't have the right spell and cycle, it's gonna make it to the tower, or it's gonna force out, for example, like now, a building. Okay, let's go with the Goblin Gang here on defense. And Goblin Gang, I didn't really notice like the nerf extremely much. It is of course noticeable a little bit, but I think Goblin Gang, especially in lockbait type of decks, is still gonna be a very good option. Okay, nice little pressure on both lanes. Let's go with the Princess here. Let's give it a pressure by going Suspicious Bush. I actually want to kind of DPS down the monster as soon as possible. He's probably gonna pop his ability, but I think anyways it's worth it to try and DPS it down. And I'm actually surprised that he didn't choose the ability there. Okay, let's go with a Dart Goblin towards the right side. Suspicious Bush is gonna make it to the tower. It's gonna deal a lot of damage right there. And let's have the log ready. Okay, logging the left side is definitely gonna be a good option. Let's go with Ice Spirit plus Goblin Gang to make sure we don't take too much damage on that lane. And I would like to get a Princess. Okay, never mind. He goes with a Goblin Gang. Not really a good option to go Princess at the bridge right now. Let's go with a Dart Goblin and let's maybe now go with the Princess. I think he's not gonna expect it, so hopefully it will be able to get a little bit of damage. Let's go with a lock here as well. Let's go with a barrel to keep under pressure. And I think that should be a good game, unless something crazy happens here in the last 10 seconds. But I don't really see how he's gonna be able to break through our defense. We have lock available as well, but we really don't need to. With the help of the Dart Goblin, with the help of the Spear Goblins, we are gonna secure the victory. Very nice game, and I feel like this lockbait deck low-key is gonna be extremely strong because Prince, as I said before, surprisingly did not get a nerf. Dagger Dash nerf, NATO nerf, Lumberjack nerf. Like in general, many cards which are kind of annoying against lockbait decks get nerfed. And then most importantly, the Dagger Dash tower, getting such a big nerf is also just a huge indirect buff to lockbait decks. So let's see what we're gonna be facing here. Game number 2 looks like this guy does go with a Executioner. Actually goes down, and wow, the Goblin still gets a connection as well. That's crazy. I've never seen that interaction where Goblin Barrel plus Ice Spirit takes care of an Executioner, but also gets a connection on the tower. Okay, we force out the cannon. Let's actually go with a Suspicious Bush here, a little bit backwards, making sure that the cannon is gonna disappear on time. And let's go with a Princess here as well. Okay, what is he using? Cannon. He has guards. He has Executioner probably gonna be like either Goblin Drill, maybe Balloon. I guess it could still be a lot of different options. Okay, the fact that he used NATO, I'm just gonna use the Goblin Barrel in the normal placement. Let's see how he's gonna deal with it. And looks like he does have the lock. Okay, no lock, no guards in cycle. Let's actually go with a Prince plus Goblin King here at the bridge. It is very aggressive, but I feel like it's a great play, recognizing that his cycle is kind of accurate now. We force out the Executioner, we force out late guards, and we still get a ton of damage. And look at the right side Princess as well, guys. Oh my god, we're getting so much damage with the Princess. Let's go with a Princess at the bridge once again. Let's go with a Suspicious Bush here as well. NATO out of cycle. I think I might be able to keep under pressure by going Goblin Barrel here. And let's see how he's gonna defend. The Princess is still going. Oh my god, how much damage are we getting with the Princesses right now? That's actually insane. Look at the Princess still going strong. I guess he just doesn't have any elixir. He doesn't have a good cycle to be able to defend it right now. But look at that, guys. How much damage is the Princess getting? Oh my god, as I said, I shouldn't be talking as much. I shouldn't try to force my voice, but that is insane. Okay, looks like he does end up using his guard, so let's go with a Prince here at the bridge to keep under pressure, knowing that his cycle is going to be awkward. He's going to be forced to use the Executioner. Executioner is going to go down, and the Prince here should be able to take down the tower. So, man, Prince is so broken, honestly. As I said before, I don't know how they didn't nerf the Prince. Prince definitely should have been included in these April balance changes. So, looks like the opponent is actually going to give up, even though he had NATO, even though he had lock. It's just not enough with this quick cycle. Pressure deck, amazing 2 matches to start today's video. See you guys soon with deck number 2. Okay, let's go, guys. Hopping into deck number 2, which is gonna be this Goblin Drill Executioner. And by the way, the last cards of the last opponent was actually Electro Giant and Lightning, which is very interesting because he didn't even get to play his win condition because of the way we were pressuring, because of how much value we got from the Prince, from the Princess as well. That was definitely an insane match. Let's hop into game number 3 right here, and let's see if we can keep up the win streak against this player. Okay, let's go with the Giant Skeleton, same as the Bandit. I feel like with this specific deck, it's always important to kind of play reactive. And looks like we're facing P.E.K.K.A. here. Wow, okay, I didn't expect to be facing P.E.K.K.A. I guess we should be fine. We have guards, we have a very solid defense. The only kind of bad thing about this specific deck is that we do not have a building. But honestly, with the Giant Skeleton, with the Quick Cycle, with the Executioner, I don't really think we need a building. So I think we should be fine. Let's actually go with a Goblin Drill here, kind of in the middle to distract both the P.E.K.K.A. and the Battle Ram a little bit. There you go. One Goblin is gonna distract the P.E.K.K.A. a little bit, and the Goblin Drill is also, of course, gonna force the Battle Ram to go down right there. Nice, perfect. By the way, I tried to talk a little bit, slower, a little bit lower, like lower my voice a little bit, because if not, I feel like I'm gonna not have any voice left at the end of today's video. And by the way, this guy is still using the dagger dashes. Let's see if we notice the nerf they did to dagger dashes. Maybe we're gonna see that the dagger dashes right now is gonna be, way worse. Okay, there you go. We force out the Bandit. That's nice. Let's see what the opponent's gonna do here. I kind of want to go with Giant Skeleton, even though he does have the P.E.K.K.A. I think it's still gonna be, kind of annoying for him to deal with. And I could have maybe NATO'd that opposite lane, but I guess I'm gonna keep the NATO for a potential play later on in the match. So look at that, guys. Dagger dashes is not gonna do anything at all. Let's make sure that we once again set up the defense well. Let's go with a Goblin Drill here. Let's then have the Executioner ready. And I think with this, we should be fine to defend, both lanes. Okay, we do have the guards as well ready for the P.E.K.K.A., which of course is going to be a great distraction. Guards, especially against P.E.K.K.A., is just, honestly a super good card. And we are able to defend that, I would say, quite easily, actually. So far looking good. Even though we didn't really deal any damage, I feel like surviving single elixir against the Bridge Spam deck is always kind of, important. Okay, let's go with the Ice Spirit here. Let's then afterwards set up, I think, first the Golden Knight, kind of wait and see, okay, is the opponent going to use the P.E.K.K.A.? Is he going to cycle something? Looks like he does going for the P.E.K.K.A. Let's actually try to keep up the pressure as much as possible towards the left side lane. And then let's see how he's going to defend, both the Giant Skeleton Goblin Drill. And then afterwards, we, of course, also need to take care of the P.E.K.K.A. But I think we should be fine. We have the Giant Skeleton Bomb there to help DPS down the P.E.K.K.A. a little bit. We also have the cards, but he does end up using the Arrows plus Rage spell combination. Let's in the meantime go with Executioner. Let's go with Ice Spirit. And let's see if we can activate the King Tower of the Royal Ghost. Okay, nice, perfect. Let's go with the Tornado right now. Let's go with the Giant Skeleton here. Making sure that the Executioner doesn't take any damage from the P.E.K.K.A. And he does go with another P.E.K.K.A, but I think we should be fine, guys. We just have such a solid defense to the point where I think that we should be able to survive quite well without taking too much damage. The Executioner is actually going to get a lock onto the tower. It's going to deal quite some damage. Let's go with Executioner here on defense. Let's go with a Goblin Drill here as well. And let's make sure that we actually NATO everything backwards to not take any damage from the Battle Ram. Battle Ram Barbarians are going to get a small connection, but I think we still should be fine. Let's go with a lock. Let's go with the Ice Spirit. And oh my god, that is actually looking kind of scary, but I think we still should be fine. I mean, we are going to take a lot of damage, but I think we can survive to the point where we might be able to still make a comeback. Okay, definitely really good pressure for him. I did not expect that push to get so much damage, so that's unfortunate for us, but let's see what we can get going, guys. Okay, looks like he does set up for another P.E.K.K.A. Let's go with Executioner here. I feel like maybe in Triple Elixir we might be a little bit stronger, because this way we can, try and stack up the Giant Skeletons better. Okay, talking about Giant Skeleton, let's go with the Giant Skeleton right now. He does end up using his Rage plus the arrows, but not the best combination in my opinion. And let's quickly go offensively here with the Goblin Jill. Let's go with the Golden Knight here as well. And let's try to keep under pressure as much as possible. Let's pop the ability, and I think this ability should be able to, there go. Is gonna dash on top of everything, is gonna dash on top of the tower. Goblins are connecting, and it is gonna be tower down. Man, what a crazy match, especially that one push with the P.E.K.K.A. with the Veteran. That was kind of scary. I low-key, for 1 second, thought that we lost the match right there, but we were able to, hold on, stay alive, and then afterwards with the counter push, get the right side tower down. So dagger dashes, I don't know, it didn't really feel that nerfed, but at the same time, when the dagger dash is out of daggers, it just feels so useless. So I don't know, it's kind of hard to opinion after only one match. Okay, let's go with a Golden Knight here at the bridge just to kind of support the Executioner. I want to have the Tornado ready as well. I'm gonna pop the ability here just to try and dash on top of everything. And oh my god, what a nice value right there from the Golden Knight dash. It's gonna get so much damage on the tower as well. He does go with the Archer Queen, but we can just go Giant Skeleton here, and honestly, that's gonna tank easily for the entire Queen ability. Nice, guys. Just like that, already tower down to 2000 HP. Let's keep under pressure by going Goblin Jill here into the left side lane as well. And I'm gonna have the lock ready in case he has like, okay, he also has a Giant Skeleton. Wow, that's actually interesting because Giant Skeleton isn't really, a card you see often, but it's definitely a really good card though. Okay, looks like he is gonna take a lot of damage, tower down all the way to 2888 HP. Let's quickly go with guards here to defend the Giant Skeleton. And I think we're just gonna leave it like this. No point to, spend any more elixir because that's already defended. Okay, I might go with the Ice Spirit here as soon as we hit 10 elixir. Never mind, he goes with a Graveyard actually. So Mortar Graveyard. Wow, that's definitely not a combination we see very often recently in the meta. Definitely an interesting combo though. We are gonna defend it really nicely, and let's quickly pop the ability to keep under pressure and to try and maybe get some damage. And wow, he actually gives up, guys. Okay, I mean, I'm gonna quickly take the W. Let's go with the Golden Joe left side. Let's go with the guards to his right side, and then we're already 4-0 in today's video. Let me know what favorite, or well, actually let me first show the last deck, and then let me know in the comment section down below what is your favorite deck out of all the 3 decks I played, or I will play in today's video, because we only played with 2 decks. Right now it's time to show and play with the last deck of today's video, which is not really a new deck. I feel like especially deck number 1 and deck number 2 were really like adapted to the current meta with the new balance changes, like for example the Lockbait deck based on the nerf of the dagger dashes, Prince of course being really strong, but Suspicious Bush getting a big buff, and then this Goblin Jill deck as well with the new Execution evolution. Last deck is actually gonna be Royal Giant with the Monk, kind of an, I don't want to say old school deck, but definitely not necessarily like a super new meta deck. I just think it's still gonna be amazingly strong in the new meta. So see you guys soon with game number 5. Okay, let's go guys, hopping into game number 5. By the way, I just took a sip of water. Hopefully it's a little bit better, but man, my voice is just, so bad right now. Okay, looks like we're gonna be facing against a Lockbait player. Very important with bar barrel to always look, okay, is the barrel going to the middle, to the side, to the right side? Because if not, you might end up taking a little bit of damage with the Goblin. Okay, let's Psycho Hunter into the Witch. So Goblin Barrel Witch, definitely gonna be some kind of strange off meta deck, I feel like. Let's see what he's gonna support the Witch with, or is he just gonna leave it like this for now? And Hunter, can you please shoot? Like, what is the Hunter doing? Okay, Hunter is finally gonna shoot his shot. It actually took a while, but he is gonna end up killing most of the skeletons, and the Fisherman is able to pull the Witch. So what is this guy using? Knight? Okay, let's actually go with guards here. I think guards plus Electro Spirit should do a very good job at both taking care of the Goblin Barrel and also distracting the Baby Dragon a little bit. Let's go with a Monk here. Let's quickly, oh, I should have just instantly go with a Barbell actually. Okay, let's go with Barbell here as soon as I have the elixir, but Barbell unfortunately doesn't have that, how do you say that, like of a radius. So we are gonna take quite a bit of damage, and I guess I'm gonna be forced to go with a last second Hunter here. Hopefully it's gonna take care of the minions, and hopefully it's not gonna, no, Hunter, oh my god, you had one job to kill the minions, and then he only shot one of the minions. What is that? Okay, no problem though. I feel like we can definitely make a comeback, especially with the Royal Giant Monk deck. If you make one huge push with like Monk, Hunter Evolution, Royal Giant. Sometimes it's gonna be very hard for them to defend it, but man, my Hunter definitely, yeah, how do you say that? Sleeping right now, because in the first interaction with the Witch, he was sleeping, and then now as well against the... okay, let's go with cards here. Let's go with a Fisherman to distract, to try and distract the Baby Dragon. Baby Dragon is still gonna splash a little bit. 83 HP left on the tower, and I think, I mean, I'm still gonna go into the right side lane because we definitely already delve. Okay, actually, let's go into the left side lane now. Seeing that he cycles Witch into the right side lane, let's try and make a big push into the left side with the Hunter, with the Monk, with all the support cards we have. Let's go with a Fisherman, and I'm honestly just gonna let the right side tower be. Okay, let's go with a Monk right now. Let's make sure that we reflect the Baby Dragon shots as much as possible. Let's go with a Barbell prediction for potential Skeleton Army. Looks like he goes with a Mega Knight, but the good thing is that the Mega Knight actually got trapped by the Evil Hunter. Wait a second, this is looking pretty good still. Okay, can it trap the Baby Dragon before it splashes? Okay, it did end up getting trapped. It did still splash a little bit, but we are gonna at least take the tower down. Fireball wasn't maybe even that necessary, but at least we are able to make kind of a comeback. We didn't quite make the comeback yet, but we're definitely looking much better right now. Okay, a little bit of a mistake on my part with the Goblin Barrel, but I think it's fine. Let's quickly go with a Monk. Let's also go with the Hunter right here to take care of the Witch, and let's make sure that we do not end up losing the tower right here. Okay, I think we should be fine. Fisherman is actually tanking quite a bit. Let's go with a Royal Giant right now in the middle right here, and let's also have the Fireball ready. I think I'm definitely gonna Fireball. Okay, at least we don't hit the Witch, but we are gonna take care of the minions. We are gonna take care of most of the skeletons. Royal Giant getting a lot of damage, and I think, I mean, I don't want to call the comeback too early because anything can happen still, but this is definitely looking much better for us right now. We also cycle back to the Evil Hunter, so that's just, great to have to be able to defend better. Let's go with a ability right here to reflect on top of the Witch, and let's afterwards have the Royal Giant ready to go into the middle. Okay, I feel like he's probably gonna go with his Mega Knight, exactly. So knowing that he just spent that 7 elixir, I don't think he's gonna have much elixir right now to be able to defend the Royal Giant. Royal Giant is gonna get enough damage to the point where we can fire on the tower. And man, we almost lost to this mid-ladder menace. Let's give him the good game. He definitely played that well though, but what a crazy match. What a crazy deck from him as well. Definitely my bad, I should have played that a little bit more patient. I feel like the first Royal Giant we used was a little bit too aggressive against the what's it called, against the Skeleton Army, and then also the Hunter. Man, my Hunter was definitely not on his best game that specific game. Okay, let's go with the Hunter in the back to start off the match. Let's go with Electro Spirit here to block his Ice Spirit. And by the way, we're 5-0 so far. Let's see if we can get another victory right here, guys. That will be amazing. Okay, let's go with a Monk here to kind of tank for the Hunter. Also probably gonna be able to kill the Firecracker, reflecting the shot onto its own tower, so that's gonna deal quite some damage. We are gonna activate his King Tower, but I think it's okay. Honestly, with Royal Giant having the King Tower activated, it doesn't really change that much. So let's go with a Fisherman here to try and activate the King Tower. I think the Hulk Rider does have enough HP to activate. Yeah, okay, it was a little bit close, but we are gonna activate the King Tower, so it's definitely nice. And let's in the meantime go with a Royal Giant here in the back to set up another push. Very important, especially with this specific version, to most of the time go with Royal Giant in the back to then afterwards cycle to the Monk. If you're able to cycle to the Monk to kind of tank and try to get it going in front of the Royal Giant. So let's go with Electro Spirit, knowing that he's most likely going with skeletons to protect the Firecracker. Monk here in front of the Royal Giant is gonna be quite annoying for him. Even though he doesn't have Tesla, I'm still gonna pop the ability just to kind of tank a little bit, reflect on top of the Princess Tower, and in this way the Royal Giant is gonna make it to the tower for at least one shot. It's not a lot of damage, but I mean, any type of damage is always welcome. Okay, let's go with a Hunter, let's go with guards. He is gonna get a nice Firecracker value to hit on top of all the troops. Hopefully we can take it down. There you go, before it gets the second shot, and this is looking, I would say, pretty good, guys, especially if we're not gonna take too much more damage from the Hawk Riders. I think our pushes, especially with the Evil Hunter, is gonna be very hard for him to stop. Okay, let's see what he's gonna do. Is he gonna try and cycle? Is he gonna wait a little bit? I think our play here is to just go Monk in the back, get the 3-card cycle going, and then if anything, we have a Fisherman and we have the Evil Hunter. It's like a super awkward spot for him to be in right now, because if he goes with the Hawk Rider, we have the Evil Hunter, we have the Fisherman. I feel like that shouldn't really be able to get any damage. We do have to be careful with those Firecrackers, but I think we should be fine. And honestly, this counter push, I don't know how he's gonna defend it, but I don't think he will be able to. Let's go with a Monk ability. If he wants to go with a lock, it's gonna, I was about to say that, just get reflected right away. Evil Valkyrie is gonna go down to the Evil Hunter, and man, this deck is insane. Like, the fact that we almost lost to the mid-ladder player, didn't really, how do you say that, like reflect how strong this deck is, but this deck was used by Mohamed Light, by many other pro players in last season. The last couple of days of the season, this deck was going crazy, and as you guys can see here, we're also gonna end up beating this Hawk Rider player very easily. We're gonna take down the right side tower. I don't think we're gonna end up 3-crowning him because he is still defending, or maybe it might actually be a 3-crown. Let's see, 5 seconds. Nah, I don't think we will be able to. Royal Giant does deal a lot of damage, but not that much damage, so still a very nice video though. 6-0 in today's video. I'm gonna quickly showcase all the decks we used in today's video, and by the way, I did on purpose not show any Boss Bandit deck because there's still a couple of days left until she will be available. So whenever the Boss Bandit is available, whenever the meta is gonna kind of evolve around her, then I will maybe make another top 3 best new meta decks, including the Boss Bandit as well. So these are the decks, as I said before: Lockbait with Suspicious Bush, Goblin Drill, and then the Royal Giant. Man, my voice is about to go away. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please make sure to smack the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, feel free to subscribe, and I will see you guys in one of my next videos. Take care, guys.